Yes, live on, recording on, you can start now.
भारत माता की जय। नमः सर्वेभ्यः शुभसायम्। अद्य वयं प्राइड ऑफ भारत हेरिटेज संस्कृतवाणी कार्यक्रमे सम्मिलिताः सन्ति। मुख्य अतिथ्यः श्री शंकर कुमरन जी, चंद्रशेखर, श्रीमती अलमेलु कृष्णन च। सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। Good evening to all. We gather here to attend the program of Pride of Bharat Heritage Sanskrita Vaani. My warm welcome to you all, especially my wholehearted welcome to our prime speakers, Mr. Shankar Kumaranji, Chiranjeevi Pranav Chandrasekhar, Kumari Rajini, and Srimati Alamelu Krishnan. Let us enjoy the program. Have a nice day. Let us start our program with prayer. I invite Kumari Rajini to sing the prayer. She is the 6th standard student of Sri Akhilandeshwari Vidyalaya. Please start, ma.
Namaste, I am R. Srirajni. Today I am going to chant Sri Chandrasekhara Gurustuti Panchakam for prayer. Shiva Guru Nandana Shankara Shobhita Kama Padangita Pidapate Ripujana Vandita Vishwa Manohara Sarva Kalatara Pudatano Shritimata Poshaka Durmata Shikshaka Sajjana Rakshaka Kalpataro जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां श्रीधर शशिधर भेद विकल्पन दोष निवारण धीरमते रघुपति पूजित लिंग समर्चन जात मनोहर शीलतनु बहुविध पंडित मंडल मंडित संसति पूजित वेद निधे जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां हिमगिरि संभव दिव्य सरिद्वर शोभिशिरोवर भक्त निधे निज सकलागम शास्त्र विमर्शक पंडित मंडल वन्द्यतनु बुध जन रंजक दुर्जन मानस चो दोष निवारण भाग्यरते जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां मधु समभाषण दुर्मद शोषण सज्जन भूषण धीरमते सुगमुनिदादज सूस्त्र विमर्शक शंकर बोधित भाष्यरते निजमसुलक्षण रक्षण पंडित भास्वर मंडल पोषक हे जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां रधिपति सुंदर रूप मनोहर बुध जन मानस सारस हे तु हि नदरादर पुत्र विमोहित काम कलेश्वर पूजक हे कनकतरादर कार्मुक नंदित काम कला दृढ़ भक्त निधे जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां जय जय हे शशिशेखर देशिक कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां कांजी मठेश्वर पालय मां Thank you.
Thank you, Rajini. Very nice Guru Vandana sung by you. Next
Thank
program
you,
is Swagatam Krishna song by Ashmita. Ashmita?
स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरीसदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरीसदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण ओ गदाप्तसुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा ओ गदाप्तसुलभा सुपुष्पगन्धकलभा कस्तूरितिलकमहिमा मम कान्तनन्त गोपकान्त स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरीसदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मुष्टिकासुरचनूरमल्ल मल्लविशारद मधुसूदना मुष्टिकासुरचनूरमल्ल मल्लविशारद कुवलयपीठ मर्दन कलिङ्गनर्तन गोकुलर क्षण सकल सुलक्षण देव मर्दन कलिङ्गनर्तन गोकुलर क्षण सकल सुलक्षण देव शिष्ट जनपाल संकल्प कल्प कल्प शतकोटि सम पराभव धीर मुनि जन विहार मदन सुकुमार दैत्य संहार देव मधुर मधुर रति साहस साहस ब्रज युवती जनमानस पूजित सा तप हरि पगरि सदसा सरि ग पद सा सद प गरि रि सगरि सद सा सरि ग पद स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरीसदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण
Thank you, Ashmita. Melodious song with a sweet voice. Thank you so much. Agre Subhashitam Vaktum Shri Ravikumar Mahodayam Ahvayami.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Subhashita for today is Amantram Aksharam Nasti Nasti Moolam Anaushadham Ayogya Purusho Nasti Yojakas Tatra Durlabha. The meaning is there is no letter in the alphabet that cannot be used as a mantra. For example, if you delete X from ABCD alphabet, then you cannot express. If you delete Q, then you cannot express queen. So every alphabet is having some power, which is called mantra. There exists no root of any plant which cannot be used as a medicine. Likewise, there is no incompetent or useless person. Everyone in this planet is useful, whether he is an Indian or African or a European. They have some qualities and we can use them. What is missing is, what is very rare is that people who know how to make use of all these and bring out the best in them are very few in number. Once again, I repeat, Amantram Aksharam Nasti. There is no alphabet which cannot be used. Nasti Moolam Anaushadham. There is not a single root of a plant which does not have medicinal qualities. Ayogya Purusho Nasti. There is no incompetent person in the world. Yojakas Tatta Durlabha. Managers, leaders who can use such people or such things are very rare. Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवादः महोदय। बहु उत्तमसुभाषितम् उक्त्वा मार्गदर्शनं कृतवान् इति अहं मन्ये। धन्यवादः। इदानीं विशाली मैम, शंकर कुमरन जी आगतवान् वा?
Just a second.
Yes, he has joined.
इदानीं भगवद् लेसन्स् फ्रम् भगवद्गीता शीर्षके भाषणं कर्तुं श्री शंकर कुमरन महोदयम् आह्वयामि। एकनिमिषं भगवद्गीतायाः विषयः अस्माकं जीवने प्रयोगाय भवति। तस्मिन् विषये भाषितुम् अहं श्री शंकर कुमरन महोदयं निवेदयामि। I request our prime speaker Mr. Shankar Kumaran to deliver a speech about impact of teachings of Bhagavad Gita in human life. Mr. Sankar Kumaran is an alumnus, visiting faculty at Amrita University and Life Education. He is a great scholar. He is a life education coach, yoga, psychologist, minimalist, spiritualist, counselor, YouTuber, organic farmer, teacher, and all-time students. Hats off to Mr. Shankar Kumaran ji. Start your.
हरि ओम
Hari Om.
सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतम्. Am I audible?
Yes.
I'll be speaking in English. As you all know, Bhagavad Gita got more than 600 and plus shlokas where Krishna speaks. Put together around 700 shlokas are there, and many people have Bhagavad Gita in our house, but very few people read Bhagavad Gita. Even among the people, those who read Bhagavad Gita, very few understand Bhagavad Gita. And even those people, those who understand Bhagavad Gita, very few people get the inclination and satsang of great people to apply Bhagavad Gita. And here we have an amazing opportunity to constantly, continuously explore the Bhagavad Gita concepts. In this journey, we are not going to go shloka by shloka, since Bhagavad Gita is in a conversation form and there are more complicated concepts also involved in it. It may not be apt to go shloka by shloka in 15 minutes in a month. Therefore, we will be discussing different concepts, individual concepts, isolated concepts, which can be understood and which can be applied in our daily life in as minimal as possible in initial days. Am I audible? Can we proceed further?
Amji.
Yes.
Astu. There are totally 18 chapters, and all the chapter names are after the word yoga. We are not going to talk about details. I will just give a small introduction of first chapter Bhagavad Gita, and from second chapter Bhagavad Gita, we are going to see one shloka today. As we all know, Bhagavad Gita conversation happened in the middle of the war field. When everybody were ready to fight, at that moment, Krishna and Arjuna had a conversation, and the conversation was initiated by Arjuna because Arjuna got Dharma Sankatam. Dharma Sankatam means you don't know which is Dharma, what to do. Both looks correct and both looks wrong. When this kind of a situation we face in our life, it is called a Dharma Sankatam. So Arjuna faces that kind of a confusion and he gets a question, am I doing the right thing? And he asks his very close friend, Sri Krishna, am I not doing wrong? How am I able to kill my own relatives, my own elders, my own fellow brothers and relatives. And in this context, the Bhagavad Gita conversation starts. The entire first chapter, Krishna never opens his mouth. Arjuna puts all his logics to tell that Mahabharata Yuddham is illogical and adharma. He even comes to a conclusion, it is better me to be a beggar in the road than fighting this war and winning this war. And Arjuna is not a normal person who has limited intelligence. Arjuna is very sharp. Arjuna is very focused. So if Arjuna comes up with a conclusion, that means Arjuna has thought a lot about it. And Arjuna doesn't just tell emotionally. Arjuna gives so many reasons. Yuddha is wrong. This Yuddha cannot happen because at the end of the day, everybody are going to be unhappy. Whenever my connection gets disconnected, please do call me, or somebody can let me know so that I will not continue.
Sure, Ji.
And Arjuna comes up with a list of arguments saying that this war should not happen. And even if I am going to die, and if the Kauravas are going to win this war, it is okay for me, because killing elders is bad, and in such a war, all the male in the society will die, and there will be a senseless confusion in the society. Women will be forced to marry other caste people, or different kinds of relationship will happen in the future, which will completely confuse the journey of the social order. So he gives psychological answer, physical answer, relative-wise emotional answer, social answer. So he convinces Krishna in such a way that, Krishna, I am right, the war should not happen. I just want your approval. Tell me what to do. This kind of an argument he puts forth in the first phase of Bhagavad Gita, that is first chapter. Now in the second chapter, he again put forth with few more logics. But somewhere down the line, since he is having that Shraddha in his heart, and since he is a warrior basically, he was not afraid of killing these people. He was not having the confusion, am I able to kill all these people or not? Because he is already capable. And just before Mahabharat war, he had one more fight with all these people, including Karna and Bhishmacharya. He won everybody. So therefore, Arjuna had no confusion in his talent. So Arjuna fundamentally got this doubt. Maybe fight should not happen according to me, but there is still a perspective of doubt that I may be wrong, since I am not that great. So he knows that he don't know also. So with that knowledge of self-ignorance, he asks at last to Krishna, please Krishna, tell me what is right and what is wrong. Am I able to, should I fight this war or not? And that is when Sri Krishna starts explaining the real Bhagavad Gita. So this is the preface. And as a normal human being, we need to understand one thing. Krishna never persuaded Arjuna by telling all the bad things Duryodhana did or those people did. Krishna in the entire Bhagavad Gita of convincing Arjuna never tells Draupadi was insulted. Never told after 13 years the government was supposed to be given and they didn't give. So it is injustice. No, Krishna never spoke all these things, because Krishna knows Arjuna knows all these things. Therefore, Krishna talks from a very different reference, a different perspective. And that different perspective ka first shloka we are going to see today. I will first chant the shloka and then I will explain. Ashocyan anvashochyasvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasu nagatasuncha nanushocanti panditaha. This is the most beautiful shloka Krishna makes. And Krishna tells about the very fundamental rule of human being. We all are having our own personal life. We have a family. We have our own goal, our own career, our own passion, our own personal likes and dislikes. And here, in every phase, we like something and we don't like something. We worry for something and we feel happy for something. If our respects gets broken, we feel upset. When somebody praises our dress, we feel happy. So our happiness and our sadness is continuously happening based on different situations happening in our life. And here Krishna makes a very beautiful statement. Ashocyan anvashocyastvam. For something which you are not supposed to worry, you are worrying, my dear Arjuna. This should be like a a big blow for Arjuna, because Arjuna made those many logic and Arjuna is telling, see, there are all these reasons for which I am not supposed to fight. And Arjuna is not telling through words. His hands are shivering, his legs are literally tapping, and he is sweating like a pig. And he tells, I can't even hold my Gandivam. And he drops Gandiva and he sit without his control, and he was completely collapsed. To be frank, he is in a psychological trauma because of all these intellectual confusion which he got. And to such a person who is having so many reasons to get confused, and who just stated all the reasons, Krishna is telling, you are worrying for something you are not supposed to worry. And he doesn't stop there. He tells, Ashocyan anvashochastvam prajnavadamscha bhashase. You are speaking like an intelligent. Prajnavadamscha bhashase. Which means you are not intelligent, but using all these logics, you think you are intelligent and you claim that whatever logics you made makes sense. But in reality, you are worrying for something which you are not supposed to worry. Therefore, whatever logic you told, it's all illogical. And Krishna doesn't go and argue one by one, this you told because of this is not a court argument. Because Krishna is having a complete different understanding. Many a times what happens is mother don't give 100 reasons to convince the child. Mother just bluntly denies the proposal of a child when it is stupid, when it is illogical. In such a way, Krishna straight away bluntly tells, whatever you said is illogical and you are not supposed to worry. And also a very beautiful statement Krishna makes, that you think you are an intelligent. That is what happened to Arjuna. Arjuna, when he was making all this argument, he thought he is right. He thought he is intelligent. Many a times in our life also we do the same thing. We think our husband is wrong, our wife is wrong, our child is wrong, our colleague is wrong, our boss is wrong. And whenever we make a statement heading, they are wrong, then whatever logic we put below it, we will support to the headline. And we always think, obviously, everybody got self-appealing nature. Therefore, we support our own logic. The same way, we Arjuna also thinks that he is intelligent by putting so many logics. Ashocyan anvashocyastvam prajnavadamscha bhashate gatasun agatasunsta na anushocanti panditaha. You claim yourself an intelligent and you put forth all these logics. But my dear Arjuna, understand one thing, a real Pandit, a real intellectual person, and intellectual, I mean, not someone who clears UPSC exam by memory, but a person who has discrimination, viveka, which is right, which is wrong, a decision-making ability. A crisis manager will have a right decision in right time. And that person is called a Pandita. And that kind of a holistic intellectual being, a Pandita, an intellectual being, if you are intellectual person, then you will not worry for a person who has not died or who is going to die. And he makes a fundamental big statement for based on human law, because this body is not real. The Atma which is inside the body is real. And this is the sutra of the entire Bhagavad Gita. To be frank, that is the sutra of everything. If at all a person is worrying, the person will worry only for one thing. Some change happened somewhere. I bought a new watch and the watch got lost. Then that change I'm not ready to accept. I feel pain. I got married. My wife is not listening to me. I expected my wife to listen and the wife didn't listen. I expected and it didn't happen. It changed. Now I am feeling pain. I loved somebody and that person left me or died. That change happened. So any problem in this world, any problem for that matter, it can be a child's problem for milk, or it can be India and China's international affair. Everywhere, the problem statement is because of only one thing: change related to expectation. And here Krishna tells, Gatasun agatasunscha na anushocanti panditaha. If a person is a real intellectual, then that person knows that nothing is permanent in this universe. Everything will undergo change. Therefore, any change happens, an intellectual will not get affected. That means that doesn't mean that intellectuals will not care for change, but they will not get affected by change. You're understanding the difference? If a person is really balanced, they will know how to do, what to do, when to do, but they will not just get mesmerized with the situation and they will lose their control. And this change is what Krishna tells Gata soon, Agata soon. In this context, if you want to see, Gata soon and Agata soon is the person who's alive and the person who's dead. But in the real sense, if you want to see change, in one word we can put, because everything will change. Therefore, you can't hold anything in this world. One thing is always there, and that is Atman. And once a person understands this, then that person will not have any confusion. Let anything happen in this world, that person will be balanced and that person will be composed. And my dear Arjuna, here, though you made these many statements, you are worrying for something which is somewhere there going to happen. Your relatives are going to die. Your loved ones are going to leave you. But you think that the loved ones will not die. And this thought is wrong. Therefore, don't get attached to the situation. You be detached. And when you be a real Vedantin or Pandit, then you will know that you are not the one who is fighting, you are not the one who is killing, and either way, they are not dying because only the body is dying, the person is always there. And we made a very big statement on the very first day, I understand, but there is a long way to go. There is so much of continuation happens, and Krishna explains in a very, very minute way. I will tell a small thing and I will complete this small talk. A mother will not cry when a child grows to an adult. A mother will feel happy. Why? Because the same child is continuing into a different body. Mother will not see a small photo of her own son and cry, no, no, that person died. You became a big boy. I don't like you. I only like that small boy. Mother won't say. Why? Because mother know the small photo and this big boy, both are same. The same way, real Pandit will see all journey of Atma as same. Therefore, if a person dies, it is just like a changing dress. Therefore, only the outer layer is changing. The Atma can never die and it just continues from one body to the other. Therefore, there is no loss and there is no gain. They will be always in a balanced state. This was the first aghat, praghat, they say the first attack. Bull's eye statement which Krishna makes in Bhagavad Gita. The shloka is in second chapter, 11th shloka. So this is what I thought of sharing to you. I hope my time has come. I need to wind up. We will meet again. We will be seeing different small concepts. I will be very happy if you can ask more questions. Only when we have more questions and interaction, these things can be understood. And feel free to ask questions. Never consider a question is lame or simple or dumb. When there is a question, there is innocence and curiosity in the other end. And we need to respect it. And that is what our parampara and our country tells. So therefore, let us have a quality discussion. If not here, we can have a small WhatsApp group and we can discuss on whatever shloka we discussed and we can proceed further. Hari Om.
धन्यवादः महोदय भवतः भाषणं बहु सम्यक् आसीत् उपयोगाय अपि भवति Thank you very much Mr. Shankar ji. You have discussed various concepts in a short time. Wonderful information given by you. I hope your speech which will be very useful for us. From your speech we understood what is wrong, what is right. If we think Janmam, Maranam both in a same way, there is no difficulties in our life. Thank you so much.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad. Our next program, Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, chanting by Chiranjeevi Pranav Chandrasekhar. Pranav Chandrasekhar Balaka, very small boy, but how much talent he has, we will see. Let us wait and see. Pranav, Chandrasekhar, are you ready?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Gajananam bhutaganaadisevitam kavitajambhupalasaarapakshitam umasutam shokavinashakaranam namami vigneshara padapankajam vasudevasutam devam kamsachanuramardanam devaki paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum अतद्वादशोऽध्यायः भक्तियोगः अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताये भक्ता स्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतान् ते मे युक्ततमा मताः ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवं सन्नियम्ये इन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्ता सक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्ये नैव योगेन ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसां मय्येव मन आदत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय वसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अत चित्तं समादातु न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छातुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि अतैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुम् मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्म फलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानाभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्याग त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखः सुखः क्षमी सन्तुष्ट सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर् यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मान्नो विजते लोको लोकान्नो विजते स यः हर्षामर्ष भयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः सुचेतक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति एकांक्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः शमः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखेषु समसंग विवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमाने प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्या वृतमिदं यदोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धनानां मत्परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रियाः हरिः ओम् तत्सत् इति श्रीमद् भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Thank you very
Excellent.
much, Pranav.
Excellent.
Very nice, Pranav. In this age, this is very great. Good pronunciation, good memory. In Tamil language, we used to say Murthy Siridu, Kirti Peridu. He proved that. So,
Thank you.
my wishes to you,
He wants to say
Master
something.
Pranav. What, sir?
Pranav, you want to say something?
धन्यवादः.
उत्तमम्. धन्यवादः. So, इदानीं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं शीर्षके भाषणं दातुं श्रीमती अलमेलु कृष्णन् मातरं प्रार्थयामि. I request Mrs. Alamelu Krishnan to deliver a speech regarding the topic Krishnan Vande Jagadgurum. She is a retired Kendriya Vidyalaya teacher who has put in 34 years of service. Naturally much interested in Sanskrit and in our epics, strongly believes that how Bhagavad Gita is the way of life and how can we follow the words of Lord Krishna in our day-to-day life in ease. She is well versed in our Vedic texts and Puranas. She is in the service of spreading the essence of Bhagavad Gita to younger generation by taking free classes and going to various educational institutions lecturing on it. She is the recipient of National Best Teacher Award. Hats off to you, ma'am. Alamelu Mata.
Yes.
Hmm.
Namaste. Hari
Namaste.
Om.
Hari Om.
As introduced by the team member of the Samskrita Vaani, I am Srimati Alamelu Krishnan, a retired teacher whose strength is always my students. Would like to interact with the students, talk to them, consult with them, sit with them, facilitate them wherever and whenever necessary. Though it was not my genre to talk, when the team of Sanskrita Vaani approached me to talk on this auspicious occasion of Janmashtami, I couldn't say no. Why? Like you all and like my students, I also felt whether we are right or wrong, our guru, our mentor, our hero is easy to approach. I felt that, like you all, though not like the well versed pundits, I felt I too can share something about Lord Krishna. Hence, I agreed. And like I just, this is more applicable for the students or even the elders, those who have the mentality of the students, because learning has no limit. Teaching and learning has no age and no limit. Now, we all know when that a new teacher comes to the class or a new faculty come to the class, students will have the curiosity. Is he approachable? Is he friendly? No. He'll be very strict. My father knows him very well. Oh, Bhaiya knows him very well. Yeah, he's not that type. It's very easy to approach. Let us see. One will ask, can we do prank? No. Let us see. Before that, the head will come and say, when will he come? Here comes the answer. When will Krishna appear? When will the new teacher appear? When will the guru appear?
Not able to hear.
Yes. Can't hear? Now?
Yeah.
So please, can you hear?
Yeah. The video, the PPT is also visible.
Actually, presentation is there. No,
PPT also there. Okay. Now, when will he come? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaka paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. For a layman, let us say, when adharma predominates, I will be there. Okay. Now his appearance, when will he appear? When adharma predominates, he will appear. How he will be? This is very much explained in Krishna's Charit. His appearance and the description is very much applicable in this verse. It means Krishna is the master, the teacher of the universe, and he is the guide, he is the mentor, and the remover of ignorance. This Krishnashtagam is the most famous verse written by Adi Shankara and is chanted by the devotees of Lord Krishna, as it is said that reciting the Ashtagam will, with a pure heart, helps one to get his blessings. The word Ashtagam originates from Sanskrit, which means Ashta means 8. Krishnashtagam is a hymn for Lord Krishna, describing him in each stanza and offering salutations. This is recited on most occasions, including Guru Purnima and Krishna Janmashtami. It is composed in simple lyrics with a beautiful meaning and explains several aspects related to Lord Krishna. Just only as there are only 8 stanzas, let us go 4 by 4 and see his description. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Only your voice is audible, but not the audio from the PPT.
Now, even Krishnashtagam is not audible.
Audible.
Okay. Let us see the first one. Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. The salutations, to whom we are saluting? The one who is the son of Vasudeva, who was the reason for Devaki's immense happiness, and the one who killed the wicked Kansa and Chanu, and the one who is the supreme teacher. I bow to you, Lord Krishna. Then coming to the next one, Atasi Pushpa Sankasam, Harunu Pura Shobhitam, Ratna Kangana Keyuram, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. The one who looks great with Atasi flower. This blue flower is there, na? You can see in the picture. Who shines resplendent with jewels like necklace, garland, anklets, and who wears a bracelet made out of precious gems. I bow to you, Lord Krishna, the teacher of the world. Kutilalaka samyuktam purnachandra nibananam vilasat kundaladaram Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. The one with curly hair, whose face looks like the full moon, who is adorned with beautiful earrings. I bow to you, Lord Krishna, the Guru of the world. Mandaragandha samyuktam charuhasam chaturbhujam Parhi pinchava chudangam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. The one who has the fragrance of mandara flowers with a gentle smile and 4 hands wearing the peacock feathers on his head. I bow to you, Lord Krishna, the Guru of the world. Utpulva Patraksham Nilaji Mutasobitam Yadavanam Shiroratnam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. One whose eyes look like bloomed lotus petals, whose body resembles the dark blue clouds, who is the crest gem among the Yadava clan. Lord Krishna, I bow to you, the Guru of the world. Rukmini Keli Samyuktam Pitambara Shushobitam Avapta Tulasi Gandham Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. The Lord who is engaged in playing with Rukmini, adorned and resplendent with Pitambara, who gets attracted to the scent of Tulsi. I bow to you, Lord Krishna, Guru of the world. Gopikanam Kuchatvanta Kungumangita Vakchasam Sriniketam Makeshvasham Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. One who is embraced with Gopikas, by which whose body is smeared with kumkum. The Lord in whom Lakshmi resides, the one who has a big bow. Oh Krishna, I bow to you, the Guru of the world. Srivatsankam Magoraksham Vanamala Virajitam Sangachakradharam Devam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Having the marks of Srivatsa, marks of Devi Lakshmi, who gristly enjoys in himself, looking great with garlands of flowers, O Lord Krishna, holding the conch and discus, Shankar, I bow to you, the Guru of the world. Okay, we have seen all the 8 lines of this Ashtagam. What is the benefit if we do? Especially in the house, parents or the elders will say, please recite it, especially on the occasion of Janmashtami or Gokulashtami. Krishnashtakamidam punyam pratavyudyadeyak pade koti janma kritam pabam smaranarnena vinashyati. One who recites this Krishnashtakam, what will happen? Early in the mornings, will get immense punya. And the sins done in this previous birth will also be destroyed by reciting. Okay, now we have seen how he looks like and what are the salutations. So in the class, now we have come to the conclusion about the teacher. Hey, what is he going to tell us here? One more at the back bench, he will say. What is he going to say? The same thing here? No. We may not understand sometimes. Yet another child says, no, his teachings will be very simple. I have consulted a senior. His teachings are very simple. Even we can follow. Is it? Can we follow in our day-to-day life? Of course, why not? Listen. Why Krishna is the Guru you need in every walk of life? If there is any single figure who represents India, its yogic spirituality, the vibrant culture and ancient history, it is Sri Krishna, none other than Sri Krishna. This is not an easy choice, because India is also not the land of Krishna, it is also the land of Rama, Shankara, Buddha, and many sages and rishis of the highest order. Similarly, if there is one single book that conveys the wisdom of India to the world, with its synthesis of yogic teaching and practical life wisdom, it is Krishna's Bhagavad Gita and nothing else. More than the religious book, it is the way of life, how one has to lead the life, how to be self-disciplined. And Gita remains the most read and published book in India in thousands of years. If there is one single figure who represents India's yogic spirituality, it is the ancient history. One can certainly say it is none other than Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the prime source of Hindu Dharma. Yet this is not because Krishna gave us a simple dogma or claimed to have the last word, but because Krishna brings together all that is profound and challenging and wonderful in human thought and action and links it with the supreme divine. He was a multi-sided personality, a renaissance man who mastered every domain of life according to the highest wish. There is a lesson for the child. There is a lesson for adult. There is a lesson for old people. There is a lesson for common man who does not know anything. There is a lesson for the highly educated people. What else do we need? He was not a simple prophet or the saint, but a master of our full human potential in the world beyond illuminated by an unlimited divine light. Krishna's many teachings. For the study of transcendental Vedantic philosophy of Atman and Brahman, Krishna's key teachings in the Bhagavad Gita remain central. The Gita is the prime source book of Dharma. For Karma Yoga and transformative actions, Krishna's counseling to Arjuna in the next Gita is the foundation teaching. As our earlier, one of the prime speakers said, it is the foundation. Though it is in the form of conversation, it is the foundation teaching. As a statesman and diplomat, par excellence, no one can compare with him. That is why Krishna and Gita became the inspiration for India's independence movement for Tilak, Aurobindo, and Gandhiji. Yet, besides his towering spiritual and philosophical stature, Krishna became the icon of art, music, dance, lauded in India's literary and artistic traditions and temple worship, north, south, east, and west. His flute is the basic of all music. His Rasalila is the ultimate dance. Indian painting revolves around his colorful image. Moreover, Krishna has a special form and teaching for every age, as I already said. Balakrishna, who delighted his mother and gladdens the devotee's heart, and Krishna holds all the colors of the rainbow of human life, extending to the boundless universe represented by the peacock feather he wears. The need to connect with Krishna today. One must remember the difficulties Krishna had to endure at birth, facing the wiles of Kansa, who tried everything to prevent him from being born and to murder him after he was born. Krishna's birth teaches us the daunting challenges of human life for even the noblest souls. Our material world is not an easy place to live, much less to evolve in consciousness, as is our soul's aspiration. It is a realm of difficulties and dangers that force us to develop the patience and detachment, or lose our inner light. The message of Krishna is to carefully face all life's difficulties directly and decisively, but remember to affirm that bliss is eternal from Kurukshetra to Vaikuntha. Even sometimes we feel in our personal life or our day-to-day life, why only to me this suffering? If you go through Bhagavad Gita, we will get the answer. See, the 5 life-changing lessons by Krishna, the importance of karma or focus on our duty. Whatever happens, it happens for good. Let us go to importance of karma. Lord Krishna through Gita tells us whatever we are in any kind of a moral dilemma, as we have already seen one of the prime speakers told. When Arjuna was in dilemma, whether to be or not to be, whether it is right or wrong, when we cannot decide anything, when we are in a confusion, then we should excel in our emotion and concentrate on our duty. That is dharma. Emotions make us weak, and we tend to deviate from the path of duty. The path of dharma is objective in nature, whereas emotions of love, hate, jealousy, attachment are subjective in nature. Emotions should not be higher than the path of dharma. As per Lord Krishna, the mind can only be at peace when we make out Kurukshetra, which is our personal battlefield, and our Dharma Kshetra, the ground of duty. Whatever happens, happens for good. Lord Krishna says everything happens for a reason. If you are going through a bad phase, there must be a reason. And if you might be basking in glory, then also there is a reason. So it is a cycle, and quietly we need to accept it. Quietly we need to accept it. Don't worry about the future, nor should you pay attention to the past. You only can have control over the present. That is why it is said, you can only have control over the present. So live it to the fullest. Krishna's advice. God will, the third one, goodwill will always be rewarded. Krishna says, the doer of good never come to the grief. A person who will follow his duty will be protected by Lord Krishna. He also says, humans are creatures of intellect and have the freedom of choice. The choices that we make in our lives will dictate our fate. Those who choose to do good are protected by Lord Krishna. Those who choose the path of adharma perish by their own wrongdoing. So we are the reason for our own sufferings. It just guides us. And then important point, he says, no job is big or small. There is no big or small job. You should love your job. Give your best. And doesn't matter the job is how much big or small. Job fills a larger part of life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to respect all kind of job and accept them. Acceptance. Finally, friendship. Friendship, or everyone needs a true friend. Everybody needs a friend. Friend plays an important role in our life. Lord Krishna's relationship with Draupadi is one of the complete trust and unity. Like here, we have to trust. When desperate, she calls Krishna, and you know the rest. Lord Krishna rescued her like a true friend during her disturbing in the royal court. Like Draupadi, whenever we are facing some difficult period, the most trying period of our life, we should remember Krishna, as it is sure that he will come to rescue us. 100% he will come to rescue us. He can overpower the shackles of our karma. I strongly believe Avanandri or Anuvum Asayadu, a saying in Tamil. Avanandri or Anuvum Asayadu. So with this, say a small sharing of already which you have known, already which I enjoyed Krishna as a description and whatever he taught. Let me end with chapter 9 and verse 22, where he says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogatshemam vagamyagam. What does he say here? Whoever in the public, if you meditate upon Lord Krishna, that is myself, always I will take care of you. God will take care of you. And God will take care of your wish, your want, your need, and He will protect you, not only to protect, but also to preserve you. All the whatever things you need, He will take care. Let us not worry. He will take care. And according to me, I felt in my, we can take it in a personal or a professional life. I consider Krishna as my friend. Just like a neighboring boy. You can call him whenever you feel like. There is no hard and fast rules. There is no hard and fast acharams that we have to follow to talk to him. You can talk to him like a friend. You can even nindastuti sometimes we can make. Nindastuti, sastuti, you all know. After sometimes scolding him like a mother who beats the children and then afterwards cajoling the child, we also go to her. To whom else we can go? We can go to our Guru only. We can, he is the father, he is the mother, he is the friend, he is the philosopher, he is the guide, he is the facilitator. With these words, I end a small talk. If you feel, if I am not correct in anywhere, kindly bear with me, as this is my first attempt of this genre. I thank all the members of the Samskrita Vaani for having given me this opportunity and an opportunity to listen to all the prime speakers who gave valuable speech and the child who recites very well. Thank you so much.
धन्यवादः माता भवत्याः भाषणं सम्यक् आसीत् कृष्णः एव जगद्गुरुं स्थानं प्राप्तवान् इति विवरणं कृष्णाष्टकं द्वारा ज्ञापितवती मम प्रणामान् समर्पयामि माता Thank you very much Mrs. Alamelu Krishnan. Wonderful, very clear explanations given by you. Why Krishna is called by us Jagadgurum. You taught the value of Krishnashtakam. Our freedom fighters also inspired by teachings of Krishna. Such an informative speech given by you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Now we are moving to a very important part of our program, question answer time. So I request Mr. Shankar ji and Mrs. Alamelu ji to clear the doubts of our audience. At the same time, I ask the others to start the questions and clarify your doubts. The session starts now. Please unmute your audio and video, those who want to ask questions.
Namaste, ma'am. Today's your talk is very nice. You have explained so nicely why we call Krishnam Vande, why Krishna is called the Jagadguru. But I have only one doubt. Initially, you said when you start your talk, you said Krishna represent our spirituality, culture, the yogic thing, everything, more than Rama. So my doubt starts here. So what is the difference you draw between Rama and Krishna?
The avatar of Rama and then why Krishna has taken this avatar is entirely different. Rama's avataram, he has taken the avataram of to how a man can lead a life. Here, Krishna's avataram, how for all of us should lead, follow whatever doctrines he has followed in life. This is what I feel. If anybody else can explain, I'm ready to learn.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Because we always follow Rama as an example of how to follow the words of elders. We say it's a life of Rama. We always compare Rama as a Purusha Uttamam. We call Purusha Uttamam personifies Rama. Of course, we all love Krishna for all his mischievous thing, for how to win dharma we follow from Krishna. But whatever path we choose, and final destination should be dharma. For that, we all love Krishna, what he does and everything. Thank
you, ma'am. But what I personally feel, we cannot compare both the avatarams. Each avatara has got their own virtues and it has to be followed in the way they told us. This is what personally I feel. Anyway, thank you for the question.
Others, do you want to ask any questions to our prime speakers? Please. Shall I, ma'am?
Yeah, you can conclude.
Shall I move to next?
Yeah.
Thank you. वयं सर्वे अद्य कार्यक्रमस्य अन्तिमभागे भवामः कार्यक्रमे भागं कृतवन्तेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः मम धन्यवादान् समर्पयामि कुमारी रजनी कुमारी अस्मिता चिरंजीवी प्रणव चंद्रशेखर श्री शंकर कुमरन जी श्रीमती अलमेलु कृष्णन जी मम धन्यवादः विश्वनाथन श्री रविकुमार जी शंकर कुमरन जी श्रीमती अलमेलु कृष्णन जी च मम हृदयपूर्वक धन्यवादान् समर्पयामि. Now we are in the end of our program. My lovely thanks to our kids, Rajini, Ashmita, and Pranav. Next, my thanks to our Ravi Kumarji for his valuable guidance through Shubhashitam. My respectful thanks to our main speakers for their eminent speech. Last but not least, my thanks to our group members who are present here. Once again, my thanks to you all. My thanks to Mrs. Visali Krishnan who have arranged this program. I invite Mrs. Visali Krishnan to say the Shanti Mantram. After the Shanti Mantram, I request Mr. Sivakumar ji to stop the recording. Dhanyavadaga. Have a nice day. Vande Mataram. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Please join me in the Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Om Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kachchid Dukha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Dhanyavadaga Mata.
Shaliji, live बंद பண்ணிடலாமா?
Lock